Hi guys. Get comfy because well, I'm still cooking and we're gonna eat together. How's everyone doing? What's new? I have some questions written down from my main channel post. Hi Mercury, hi Pines, hi Tammy. Some mint kombucha. Nice. So, got everything prepared for making some coffee. My hash browns are finishing up cooking. Sunbathed on the beach today. Come on now. Hi Omar. Sunbathed on the beach. That sounds pretty nice actually. I don't know. Am I gonna share those hash browns with the class? Well, yes. Hi Pokraj. I mean, I made enough for everyone, just saying. My bangs are pissing me off today. They keep on falling in my face, but at the same time not being like proper bangs either. It's absolute bullshit for real. There's like, Delaware's Prada too. I mean, why not? Butterscotch ice cream, dude. It's just 5 minutes until hash browns are done. So excited. Hi, Empty. Sunbathing sounds like an immediate migraine for me. Well, yeah, honestly, as you can tell, I'm not the I'm not the sun-based bathing. Fuck. Well, today's gonna be a rough one, eh? Yep. I'm not the sunbathing kind. Mostly because I actually don't burn. Well, obviously, if I'm like gonna stay in the sun for like 8 hours or something like that, I'm gonna probably burn or get a burn. But I don't actually burn or get a tan. I just get a fever. Isn't that wonderful? I just get a fever whenever I'm in the sun. Wasn't made for summers. Hi, lionesses. Yes. Simply put. Should I open? I'm gonna open the blinds a little bit. But not too much. More like a hush brown, golden and crispy. Listen, I wish I actually developed a proper tan. I think I've been a couple of shades darker once when I was 16. So I might have missed it, but are we doing both Life is Strange and pop culture talk today? Today is the pop culture day, and not even specifically pop culture, but like more of a talky one, right? I guess if we are not gonna have a lot of topics, we might do some Life is Strange today, but I really doubt it. Usually these ones, we have a lot to discuss usually, so I used to think I didn't need sunscreen because I'm not white. Well, at least you know now, I guess. Today will be my first day training to pet sit my friend's dog. I'll show the dog on Discord when the actual pet sitting begins. Oh my god. I'm gonna be pet sitting 2 cats when I'm gonna be in Vancouver. I don't know if I'm gonna suit being tan. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people were just like made to be winter girls. Do you know what I mean? Wait. Okay. Let me get my hash browns. Real quick. A kettle, some eggs and hash browns. Look at that. Oh, hold on, hold on. Let me give Hopa her treats. Or she's gonna cry. She's probably still gonna bark at me. I don't know. Well, technically it is my breakfast. I am famously a night owl. Pika is gonna be screaming. Holy fuck. I should have thought of that. Draniki. What do I do with her? Down. One sec. No. She is a nice dog, but there's one thing she's very abnormal about, and that's food. She will not let me live my life. It's so annoying. And I think it's I left her with my mom at one point, and my mom was sharing food, so now this girl is just like not well behaved at all. Just let us enjoy Pika. Listen, if she would let me enjoy food, I'll let you enjoy Pika. Are you hearing this? Hop on now. This is crazy. I gave her treats, and she's still screaming for my hash browns. She can't have them. Hop on now. She's so inappropriate. Oh my god. Wow. How do you guys like this art performance of my mornings? How do you guys like that? Pika. No, this is insane. Yeah, literally, she won't budge. And I think it's also because she's not a baby anymore. So all of her food is kind of boring to her. The only reason why she's kind of quiet right now is because she's confused. See, she thought that maybe I'm opening treats for her because the bag sounds the same. Hoppa. Me thinking this was gonna be kind of therapeutic and cute, and then she just... Hoppa. This is insane. Lisa. No? This is horrible. Girl. Meditative barking? Girl. Full revolt from Pika that knows what she wants. She's genuinely revolting. I'm both in both meanings of the word. If she could type, she'd be in the chat right now being like, I know you can hear me. I know, you know, we both know. This girl is insane. Okay. Lord. What do you think you're doing, huh? What do you think you're doing? She's got a belly full of her food. Okay? Come here. Are you seeing this? And, oh my god, she came in with this attitude, sat down, and burped in our face. Acting like nobody's feeding her. She's literally burping from how much she ate quickly and how quickly she did it. This dog. What's your problem? I can't believe it. Just came in, plopped down, and burped. What is... You're so strange. You know that? Whatever. Oh my god, Katie's here! Katie. Anyway, don't even. I swear to God, this dog is just absolutely impossible. Don't even look at me like that. Just absolutely ridiculous. Are you done screaming? Can you see her little face? While I'm eating, I gotta put my hair away. I can't do it. You could almost say that life is strange. Oh my god. Guys. You know, we've gone to the. Oh my god, I love this fucking emoji so much. Oh holy shit. So we've gone to her doctor's, got her an arthritis shot, but she also we need to check her lungs and her heart because she keeps breathing differently than she used to, if that makes sense. Like, she pants a lot. She's gonna be 11 in May 26th. Every year, she picks a toy for herself at the pet store and she carries it home in her mouth. My dog has eaten out of the trash 3 times today. Pika said not to spill the beans. Pika said you shouldn't be telling everybody your dog's business. Wow, okay. You guys. Pika is a Gemini like me. She is. Dude, I wish I could show off how like well behaved she is and other things like that, but food is her kryptonite. She will never be normal about food. I don't think it's possible. You hearing this shit? Pika! Anyway. Got a lot of like really good questions on that community post on my main channel, so we'll talk about that. Yesterday, I finally filmed the Suspiria video. Yeah. Hi, Esther. Are Gemini dogs more talkative? You tell me. Pika. I'm like literally spitting. Stop it. Wow. I don't know what to do with it. Set. Good job. I'll give you a piece of egg for that. You haven't missed much. We're just chatting, eating, having a good morning together. I know it's afternoon for everybody, but once again, I'm a night owl. Divas, I work at night. What the hell? Dog? Нельзя. Сядь. Вот сядь и сиди. Pika, we are listening and we are learning. Don't encourage her. Peak time. Nice. Hoppa, no. Don't even look at me. Damn, these hash browns are so fucking good, dude. It's almost midnight here. Dude, what the heck? Pika and stem. Pika and stem. Just fantastic. Our dog is nuts about food too. No, you have to feed him from your plate, but he'll become the guardian spirit of the underworld around his food. Yeah. You know what? Pika actually would share so much. No. Go. Go away. I'm tired of your screaming. Like, seriously, I'm getting irritated. What do you think this is? She's like literally breathing heavy. She listens and she judges. Listen, me too. That we have in common, you know what I mean? Mm-mm. Don't start with me. I hope you guys don't mind that we don't jump into discussions of like questions already. The ones that people left in the post. Pika. Katie, you're so right. Pika is just like sharing life-saving information right now. At least your dog is just making puppy eyes. Are you hearing this? She demands food. I want a puppy so bad. You should get one. No, stop it. It's like really embarrassing, you know? Please. Next year for April Fools, you could make a podcast episode, but it's just Pika talking into the mic. It's gonna take so much to get her to speak specifically into the mic for like even half an hour. Do you know what I mean? But should I try it anyway? I think so. I think it sounds really good actually. Sounds like a beautiful addition to my podcast. I don't know what Neo Geo is. Literally, she's tired. You know, cat's eye. People keep asking me about cat's eye. They keep asking me about cat's eye, and there's not a lot to say. They're not a very good group to begin with. And I guess, I don't know, I think the fact that they're ran by Scooter Braun tells me a lot, you know what I mean? As if bark. More like, ugh, bark, bark. Так. Sit. И сиди. Жопа. Anyway. Mostly because, like, it's just, he's like a Zio. You know? Nida. Not me consistently having to tell her, no, no, and she's still not listening. Like, she couldn't give less of a fuck. You know, her personality changed quite a bit in the last 3 years. She's becoming so, like, Pika. She's becoming so, like, impatient And even things that Нельзя. Ну ты чё? Even things that she was like good at, she doesn't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? Hopra хватит. No. 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 How about no? I'll kick you out of the room if you keep on doing this. Do you understand? Oh my god. I just need to fucking hurry up and finish the food. What breed is Pika? Hoppa, stop. Get out. Come on. Come on. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. You jumped up on the couch. She's not jumping up on the couch since like her arthritis started to get bad. I swear to God, dude. Anyway, what the hell were we talking about? Yeah, her natural ego. What breed is Pika? She is a mutt. Like they told us she is a Shih Tzu and a Yorkie, but she's clearly something else too, because Shih Tzus and Yorkies are both smaller, like shorter, and shorter in terms of the length of their torso as well. And she's really long. You know? I need to know who Jack Antonoff is. He made the music of Mother Mary, and it was forgettable. He's just a music producer, and he's from like a rich, well-off family, so he was growing up dating Scarlett Johansson. Stop it. Dating Scarlett Johansson and stuff like that, so he's kind of like always been around rich people. She's fierce, short for fiercelicious. Okay, I'm almost done. She's gonna stop screaming, you guys. Stop it! You're so inappropriate. He's not particularly interesting, just rich, around rich people. Papa. So, I need to watch Mother Mary. I promise that I will, and I'm going to. That's it, Pika. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing more. Nothing more. One sec. Okay. Oh. Okay, you guys. I'm ready. Okay. So there was like a few questions that I thought were really interesting that we need to cover quickly. Well, we don't have to cover them quickly. I just want to cover them first, I guess. That's what I mean. That Pika coming in and drinking so loudly in the back. She's so fucking funny. Holy shit. Okay. So, one of those questions was why some internet famous people who have been presenting themselves as the new intellectual voices of the time, especially in New York City, Red Scare, etc. Pika, I can't do it anymore. Like, are you kidding me? Actually, maybe I should put it on the screen for you guys so you can see it. Okay. Wee. Another image. And we'll put it on here. Okay. All right. I learned who Jack Antonoff is literally last month. I've always knew him by Bleachers and that's it. Yeah, I knew him from Fun, then from Bleachers, then from dating Lena Dunham, then from working with Lord, then from working with Taylor. But I don't really care for him, to be honest. Oh, hi. The first time you caught me live. Hello. Anyway, so why some famous internet famous people who have been presenting themselves as the new intellectual voices of the time, especially in New York City, like Red Scare, are becoming more and more attracted to Republicans. It's been a while, but I feel like they're getting bolder about it, thinking it makes them edgier. For example, I'm thinking about Meg Superstar Princess and her circle, like the Old Wet Brain podcast. I do not know who the hell Meg Superstar Princess is. Let me see. Let me look it up. Never. Never seen her before. Never seen her before. I do know about the Red Scare podcast. It always pisses me off that they have that name for the podcast. It's like kind of like attracting attention, while at the same time it's like absolutely useless bullshit, like neoliberal slop. And I mean, the thing is, like, I think these people are just opportunistic little bitches, to be honest. Red Scare, for example, since the beginning, we're doing whatever will get them attention. You know what I mean? Like, there was never a moment in their lives where they were authentic or had an actual, like, backbone in their body, which is so fucking embarrassing, especially for, because, you know, I know that the thing is, both of them are just Americans straight up. I don't give a flying fuck. They say that they're Russian. How are you a Russian, but you are not, like, disgusted by not having a backbone? Like, the thing is, there's a lot of backboneless Russians, but you'll hide that. You'll try and hide that because it's just like one of the most embarrassing things in our culture. Like, two people in our culture being without a backbone is worse than anything else. Like, being mean is not that big of a deal as long as you actually are principled on something. Even if I don't agree with you, at least you're gonna have to stand on your bullshit. Do you know what I mean? So with these bitches, it's like, where did you even fucking come from? No offense, but I've never, like, it's, you know what? It's really crazy how people who commit to the right-wing bullshit, and by right-wing bullshit, I don't mean just Republicans, I mean liberals included, like the entirety of the neoliberal bloc, of the political spectrum. I mean, the way that white people from other countries would or will drop their culture for the sake of getting privileges, getting like white privileges here, is astonishing. I understand that, as far as I understand, they grew up here since they were like babies, literally. So, um, judging by the rant about centrism, you'll fucking hate the Metro series. Who's the Metro series? Oh, you mean like that guy who like asks shit and he's like, "What's your hot take?" Is that who we're talking about? No, I don't fucking know. Regardless, um, they really so what kind of happens here all the time is that these people really, and I mean really, want to feel like they are culturally significant. They really want to feel like they are contributing to the conversation. They really want to feel like some kind of fucking avant-garde of some sort. And they will never admit to it because it's too uncool to admit to actually wanting to be um, perceived in such a way. And being perceived by people in such a way kind of requires you to be at least faux unaware of how cool or uncool, how fringe or not fringe you are. You know, you need to perform that you don't know what the fuck is happening and that you're not particularly uh, plugged in, I guess. And I mean, I try to, you know, like when a while ago, before Red Scare started to get like really chummy with right wingers, I was kind of looking into them because a lot of people were asking me about them, right? And I think I basically went through their like Wikipedias, went through their history of what I could find at least, right? And like what I gave a fuck to go through, because obviously there are limits to how much bullshit I can consume to make and like to arrive at a somewhat understandable and well informed opinion. But all I found was just like absolute mess. Like these bitches don't have a single clue of what they want to. I guess like they do know what they want to represent. I guess that it's just like in this political climate, you could be an absolute freak who actually doesn't have any ideas of how the social order should function, and you kind of get grouped with people, whether you're like a leftist or a right winger or whatever, whether or not you have gay friends. Like that's how they fucking separate it, you know? Or whether you're gay yourself or whatever the fuck. Which is idiotic to say the least, because just in case you guys didn't know, the guy who's like that Sam Altman, I think, that freak, gay, even though he's a freak. So it's not like it's automatically like whenever someone is queer, they're your friend. Like that's not how it fucking works. You know what I mean? And this is how these people are functioning in New York, um, and not New York specifically, maybe, but any place that has this like I want to be the new intelligentsia type of movement. Do you know what I mean? Like it's absolutely exhausting to see the amount of just slop that these people produce, because they will say one thing that is extremely um like homophobic one day, and then the next day they'll say something that is uh like super supportive, or they're like at a fucking pride event or some shit, and you're like, what the hell is going on? Like this is the people we're dealing with. They have it's hard to either like or dislike them. They really want to be vibe based, right? So unless you're the type of person who's like, yeah, I don't compromise on these specific things, you're gonna be in a really weird fucking situation here, because they are doing this on purpose. This is kind of the same thing as ContraPoint's doing, except she's a lot more she's more intelligent and also wants to be perceived more left than she is. These guys don't care how, like, which way like how people feel about them, because actually no, they do care what people feel about them. They just don't care whether their opinions are actually defined or solid, or if they even have them. It's kind of like with ContraPoints, there's like on a political spectrum, she's on the right wing, but she is central to the right wing, basically, maybe a little bit more left within it, right? However, when she was making her videos, like her video essays, what you're gonna notice if you pay attention to her reasoning, and I've kind of covered that in one of the previous lives, she just tries to present a lot of information in a way that, like, with enough details thrown in to make it feel like there's a lot of info to digest, right? So she will present to you the history of this thing, then where this term came from, whatever the fuck. And every single one of these pieces is going to be presented just as if it's like a bunch of information that is not biased and other things like that. And because of how she approaches that topic, and because she's kind of presenting so many different like facets of the same point or the same issue, right? She is basically avoiding stating any opinions that would be solid, right? Which kind of places her in the most favorable position imaginable. You're not going to ruffle any feathers if you don't actually study any history of any place in the world and actually have a stance on what's going on there today. If you're just gonna say, well, this happened and this happened and this happened and this happened, and of course it's very difficult to say what we're supposed to do here, but also this happened and this happened, you basically just keep saying, like, keep telling what you know, but you don't actually you don't actually have any stance. So this is the exact same shit Red Scare is doing, except they're not actually that well versed or knowledgeable or smart. So they're not dumb, but they're not smart either, you know, they're kind of just like there. So a lot of these podcasts, a lot of these people, what they're gonna do is they're gonna have this plausible deniability when it comes to everything. They can get along with anybody because Candace Owens will only, for example, know something controversial about them, but also something about how they were trying to protect, you know, freedom of speech. But then also, one time they got in trouble for like saying that people need to be skinny or something like that, or whatever the fuck. She's gonna think that they're kind of controversial, not quite know where to put them in this on the political spectrum, so she will be cordial with them. And this is kind of what they get out of this. They can have a really big platform because they don't actually ruffle any feathers. They're ruffling them enough for everybody. Republicans, liberals, actual leftists of any kind. But at the same time, they also like to say controversial things that would piss off Republicans and whatever. And it's not because they're just like so unique and they just have such like interesting off the wall opinions that just cannot be put under an umbrella of a political ideology. It's because they're just doing it straight up on purpose in order to have the biggest audience, the most engagement, while having the most plausible deniability. This is what you get here. You know what I mean? Like, I could just straight up not say anything, like, clearly. I can just stop saying things clearly or stating my opinions, and not just opinions, but my political leanings and stuff like that online. And I would get a lot more people to watch and support me. Do you know what I mean? Because I have plausible deniability for everything, and you can like utilize your position in society. Like, obviously there's things like utilizing your white privilege and stuff like that, right? But with even with identities that are marginalized, you can utilize them as like a token kind of thing, as like a, there's a lot of people who do that. All of it is scummy in my opinion, but this is why it is the way that it is, why there are so many people who are saying that they're like, they're like the intellectual voices of the time, but it's like you're just full of shit, honestly. Have you heard of the UK Socialist Worker Party? No? Why? I don't know a lot of parties in other countries, just kind of like vaguely some of them. Whenever I speak on any of them, I have to like go do my research for like a few weeks and then come back and actually have an opinion, because I don't always know. Like, sometimes parties claim to be one thing, but then they are another. Who are we talking about? Imagine how much you would fucking hate yourself to willingly let yourself stay in that position. Oh, Caitlyn Jenner. Fucking idiot. But you know what? ContraPoints is not that far off. Sorry to say, you guys. Sorry to say. Just being like an intellectual, whatever. A lot of leftists, and a lot of people who want to be leftists but actually right-wing liberals, want to be perceived as very progressive and as part of this like academia, I guess. Not even academia, but avant-garde, right? Avant-garde movements, either in art, philosophy, the social fucking sciences, whatever it is. And oftentimes they try and find refuge in the institutions, because there you can actually talk about things, right? To a certain degree. And like they kind of try to be the Chomsky kind of, which Chomsky is just like a person who was funneling anyone who was actually well-meaning into being an impotent whisper of a socialist. Not a great guy, obviously. And also he stole work from Parenti. Come on now. I was just curious because I'm learning about them, because I'm a paying donor to our Green Party, and I want to learn more about other left-wing parties, and I wonder if you knew anything about them. Yeah, I don't know anything about them, but you can look around. Usually the way that you can figure out whether a leftist party is actually in any shape or form leftist is if they are not shaking in their boots at the word communist. If they are shaking in their boots because of that, that's liberal. Don't fuck with them. Like, that's what's scary to you? Fucking free housing? Dumbasses, I swear to God. Anyway. Let me see. There's other comments. There's a lot of good comments from this particular user. I'm Bobby. So also just saw yesterday that Hassan is being put into a legislature, some kind of law that they're trying to pass in America, where they're like, it's an anti-Semitic law, and they're basically bringing him in as like an example of an anti-Semite. When I tell you, it's fucking nuts. It sure is. How would you define communism? Well, there's usually one there's one definition, really. um, the way that it's usually described in the West is a little bit misleading because communism is something that can only be achieved after a really long time of transition. You can't get anywhere without a certain level of industrialization, a certain level of state capitalism for a while, and stuff like that. Like, if you read Marx, the first step would be state capitalism, technically speaking, because you need to, like, the industrialization, the meeting of everyone's needs would require a certain level of oversight planning, things like that, that are it's just not a utopia type of look that people are usually describing here. Usually when you talk to people here, they're like, yeah, communism is like no money. Communism like no phone. Brother, I need you to get it together. You know what I mean? Like this is like just like Red Scare bullshit. Do you know what I mean? Like at this point, TBH, we're long past the industrialization needed to be successfully communist. I think that there's, I'm sure you can ask someone like Madeline Pendleton to expand on that because she's a lot more well versed on Marx and can pull out like actual quotes and other things like that to give everyone an idea of how this is supposed to work. I think that for me, I would have to study for quite a while to actually be able to speak on it really easily and freely. However, I think that for this, it's really easy to look at China as an example of this. To me, there's also like one thing that I'm kind of theorizing about it. I'm not sure if it's in Marx or not, but to me, based on how things went in USSR and how things are going in China, I have a feeling that one of the most important things that kind of curb the public in terms of them actually realizing that their system is superior is allowing a certain level, well, maybe not allowing a certain level of stupid, but China is producing so much. They're producing so much stuff and they can afford their people the ability to indulge in bullshit the same way as Americans are, which makes their system a lot more bulletproof from intervention, right? Because the issue here, I think communism is not its idea level, but I think it leaves room for fascism. So this is also one of the things that is taught in the West, that is taught to you on purpose, that they're close to each other. Because if you know how fascism came about, which is Mussolini at first, right? If you look at how he developed his ideas of fascism and what fascism actually is, which is not just authoritarianism, because authoritarianism is not an actual political term. This is a new term that was created during Red Scare in order to basically come up with something to tell Americans why they don't have free housing or free healthcare and other things like that, while Soviets did, right? Now, it might be surprising to you, because it was surprising to me, because it's used so much that I thought it was actually like a solid term. Turns out it's just like nonsense. Totalitarianism is a term. Authoritarianism is just a bunch of bullshit. However, when it comes to specifically the development of fascism, unfortunately, because of well, maybe it's not unfortunate, maybe it's a good thing, I have studied a lot about fascism in the recent years, and it is because no, that's the thing, dude. Okay, well, we need to cover so much. Holy shit. Okay. So, first and foremost, fascism is a very specific thing. It's not just like a scary boogeyman type of thing. or whatever, it's a very specific thing. The same way as imperialism is a specific thing. What is imperialism? It's not just someone going somewhere or having business with someone, whatever, whatever. What is actually, I keep getting distracted by the chat, sorry. What is imperialism is basically control of the market through forcing everybody to use your currency. This is why if someone is like China is having business with someone in Africa, they're not doing imperialism like how people are implying. You can find another word that suits the situation better if you want to have a discussion about it and if you don't like it, for example, right? And you have some kind of objections. Using imperialism is just going to make your point void, because imperialism is a specific thing that you can actually study, and it's just not it's not just like a random word. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is so annoying about a lot of the words that are being used nowadays is that people do not know what the fuck is going on most of the time. I know, me too. Let me find our lesbian Lennon. Real quick. Real quick. I'll just take a screenshot because I think you guys layered them on top of each other, I assume. Not me referring to our document that we wrote together. I don't think there's anything for May 1st in Canada going on. Actually, I might be so fucking wrong, dude. I'm honestly so, like, when I'm in Calgary, I'm so antisocial because I live so far away that I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Do you know what I mean? Did Waverly see the petition? No, I don't think she has. I think I have to send it to her. China's behavior towards Taiwan and some of its own citizens still really questionable, though. Well, again, Taiwan, if you look at their referendums, there's a small amount of people who are not happy with the situation. They just wanted to stay the same. This is their like opinion right now, en masse. If you talk to somebody here who's like in the West who are from Taiwan, they like chances are they're going to be separatists. But it's because you're in the West, dude. You don't know people who actually live there. For me, most of the time when I talk to Russians here, fucking clueless people. Like a lot of the time, that's just how it is. Like it's many people have a lot of opinions on politics, which I think that you should have opinions on politics. You should know things about politics. I just think that you should study, and it should be your priority to study it, because politics is just a structure of society. Like you basically, like it is a science. I hate it, to be honest. I really don't like studying politics. I really don't like fucking doing all that shit, but it's just something you have to do. It's not something that I like to do. It's just something I have to do as an adult. We were actually on some other bullshit. Fuck. So yeah, the development of fascism was very much Mussolini going, I fucking hate communists. Like he literally was so pissed off about commie shit, okay? And his entire thing was, let me write an entire manifesto, like develop an ideology that is going to center everything that is the complete opposite of communism. So whenever people here tell you something like, oh, it leaves room for fascism or something like that, brother, you're talking to fascists. If you think, what do you think fascism is? Let's look at the actual definition, right? By the way, let me put the flag in real quick because I keep getting distracted. Holy fuck. Hi, Dad. Anyway. So what the fuck is fascism, right? the definition that shows up immediately in Google, right? Which isn't the best place to look at it, but at the same time, it is kind of giving you middle of the road type of deal, right? On this. And usually, like here, it's pulled from Holocaust Encyclopedia, right? So fascism was a far-right, authoritarian, and ultra-nationalist political ideology that emerged in the 20th century Europe, prioritizing the nation and often a specific race above individual rights. So the biggest thing about fascism is that it combines two things. Hi, Dad. It combines two things. First of all, and this is actually central to one of the most famous phrases of fascism, which is blood and soil, right? Blood and soil means you are a nation if you share blood, right? The same gene pool or whatever the fuck. And if you are on the same land, right? So this idea actually came from folkish bullshit. You can watch my video on it. Let me see what it's called. I forget what I named it. Okay, I named it The Life and Folkish Alternative Histories as Roots of Fascism. It basically just tells you how this ideology came to be in Germany, right? This is specifically for Germany. Now, if someone tells you, like, for example, that communism and fascism are really close to each other, whatever, this is called the horseshoe theory, which is something that I heard about in high school for the first time because I was here in high school for the first time, and I was like, what the fuck kind of bullshit are you talking about? Because what was Nazis' final goal in their plan? Does anyone know? Does the class know what was their overall goal with their expansion, with what they were doing? Even ideology outside of what it kind of became during the 40s, even before then, in all of the writings of Nazis, what they were interested in is taking over the Slavic region, because they didn't want to take over the people, they wanted to just slaughter everybody. But they wanted that land because it was so central. It was very convenient, I guess. Both Europe and Asia, other things like that, right? So aside just wanting the land, they also had a final their final goal was to exterminate all communists. Tell me how this is supposed to make any sense, that their goal, their entire goal is to get rid of communists. How is it supposed to make sense that both communism and fascism are so close then? They're not. It logically makes no sense. If you look at the doctrines of communism, if you look at what fascism does, even in terms of economy, right? So these are economic systems first and foremost, right? So how does fascism work? Fascism is basically capitalism turned inward, right? So instead of exporting the suffering as America does, or as any capitalist country does, what you do is you have a permanent slave class, right? You don't call it slavery maybe, but you just say that they're just not the same as you. Do you know what I mean? If you're confused because it sounds kind of familiar to you, especially if you're an American and you're kind of like, damn, that sounds like some bullshit that I've heard before. Yes, you have, because Nazis were inspired by Americans, specifically by the what is it called? Eugenics that were practiced in America at the time. They were very inspired by that fucking eugenics shit. There used to be these markets where people were betting and kind of giving awards for being the best stock, like breeding stock. And that definitely inspired Nazis. And another thing that was very just very disturbing for me to find out as someone who is Canadian and lives in Canada is that the idea for extermination camps came from Canada. Nazis were very inspired by the way that the residential schools were ran here and by the way that a lot of groups, a lot of minorities were treated here, okay? Yes, the whole thing they are teaching in Florida about slavery wasn't that bad, slaves were happy BS. Yeah, that's the thing. This is why I'm telling you about, for example, the horseshoe theory, because the same people who tell you that your founding fathers were some kind of liberators and not people who were fucking raping people and enslaving them are the same people who tell you that communism and fascism is the same thing. Do you understand how this is, all of it is connected, all of it is in the same fucking pool. If communism is implemented, who gets to make the decisions on how and what people get? So one of the most famous phrases, right, of Lenin that usually gets misconstrued, and I think it's not even misconstrued, I think that people just don't know what it means, because I had this conversation with this girl, and the funniest thing is, she's Chinese, she lives here, and she didn't know what this phrase meant, and I was like, brother, you grew up in China, what do you mean you don't know what this means? But okay, whatever. The phrase is the dictatorship of proletariat, right? Oftentimes when people hear it, they think, oh, so the proletariat is under a dictatorship, right? Well, that's not what this phrase means, actually. What it means is that the proletariat, like the people who are the workers, right? Or, which, I mean, the working class, or in a society, like in a socialist society, that would be basically virtually everybody. I would say everybody. But obviously, socialism is like... if you look at China, for example, it's not entirely classless, right? They're moving towards classless society, but they're not classless right now. They're still allowing millionaires, billionaires, whatever. Yeah, they do kill them sometimes if they break laws, do some crazy shit, like that kills a bunch of people or something like that, then they will persecute them. But regardless of that, they're still not classless, right? So in a this particular phrase, what it means is that instead of the bourgeois 1%, right, usually 1%, that dictates, so a dictatorship of the bourgeois, who dictates the bourgeois, right? It is a dictatorship of the proletariat. So the proletariat are the ones who are dictating things. Now, it's very confusing to understand the dynamic between centralized and decentralized things and whatever. I was under the impression when I was growing up that we had, like, what people said, authoritarianness. What the hell is this? I was under the impression that it was like authoritarian, whatever, right? Now, are you guys hearing the music? Can you hear it? Anyway, so the phrase means that the people decide, right? So for example, if you are in a socialist system, which still has some class activity going on, so for example, the businesses are allowed to exist, so there would be some bourgeois people who are owners of property or whatever the fuck, right? Like, you're trying to move away from it entirely, but there's still some things that are allowed, like businesses, whatever, right? Kind of like in China. The proletariat is still the dictator. So you can't lobby, You can't decide laws that are not in the interest of the people. So all of the decisions that are made by the government are only in the interest of the people. If anything starts to favor bourgeois, like just owners of things, you are kind of not doing communism anymore, or not doing socialism even, right? So this phrase is kind of right now we're living under a dictatorship of bourgeois. Okay, so bourgeois class decides whether we live or die. Most of us die, of course, early and with a lot of fucking problems from back-breaking labor that we do. However, the CIA killed the last leader of South Vietnam when he tried to sue for peace with the Viet Cong, and they supported Pol Pot around the same time. What do you think about Vietnam? I don't know about this particular thing. I would have to look into it. However, when it comes to Vietnam, well, once again, it was America fucking meddling where they weren't supposed to. The amount of bullshit that they've done there is absolutely insane. And a lot of people who are going to meet here, Vietnamese people who are going to be Westerners, are going to be people who are probably most likely from the South and usually traitors of the people. Sorry to say, that's just how it is usually here. Because the thing is, oftentimes when you meet people here, they have very vague ideas of what happened in their country before, right? They usually are people who are kids of somebody, and sometimes you start talking to them and they're like, well, we used to be so rich and now we're not, or whatever, and you're like, well, what kind of rich? Well, what would your parents do? Like, what was it? And it's always fucking owning land, which means owning people. It's always fucking... If those people would have used your terminology, your like North American or your Western terminology, they would have just told you straight up to your face, oh, my parents used to be plantation owners. But you wouldn't like that, would you? You would think that's appalling, wouldn't you? Unless you're like some kind of white nationalist or some shit like that, right? However, because they're using their terminology and they're framing it as like, well, my grandparents were kicked out of the country, yada yada, you don't know that they were literally plantation owners. Like, dude, I honestly kept on running into this issue. I was always like, damn, like, if seriously this happened, especially when I was younger, I kept on running into this fucking issue, having this conversation all the time with people where I was like, damn, this happened, like, why did this happen, what was going on, whatever. And they're like, what do you mean why this happened? And I'm like, well, like, what was the conflict, why was there like commotion going on in general? And they're always like, well, whatever. They kind of like moved away from it, and I kept on like, I would go and like look it up because I wanted to be like a better friend, you know, in terms of like understanding their plight. And then I would be shocked because I'll be like, wait, oh, that doesn't sound good at all. And I would come to them and be like, wait, were they perchance owners of the means of production and they like fucked a lot of people over? Is that what it is? Least expecting the best of everyone. Like, dude, the amount of times I run into this bullshit, and the amount of times I'm always like, that can't be like, I genuinely get like, you know, like, you get to know a person and you're like, you want to be on their side, and then they say something diabolical like that, like, yeah, like fucking Miami Cubans, fucking ridiculous shit. They will say the most insane bullshit to you, and then be like, yeah, we're so like poor, like my poor parents, my poor grandparents. And I'm like, they owned people, bitch. And I mean, I understand that to Americans, maybe that's not a big deal. To me, it is. Sorry to say. We killed all of them. We killed all the people who owned somebody. Sorry to say. Sorry to be controversial. But slave owners, yeah, don't fuck with them. Why the fuck would the South Vietnamese even be like that over it? Even several US veterans who fought in the war said that it was wrong and that it just made a delicate situation even worse. I mean, yeah. I don't know why they're like that, dude. I don't know. I don't. I genuinely don't understand because the amount of times I had this conversation with somebody and then they would start saying something like this and I'm like, have you seen the amount of like have you been to the museums in Vietnam? Have you heard of the museums that are showing the atrocities that were committed? That's so gut-wrenching. Genuinely, you will never would never think well of Western intervention in Vietnam if you've ever seen it. You don't even have to go there, just look it up. Just look it up. Um, Come on. Have I played Baldur's Gate? No, but I feel like I want to. I feel like we would have a lot of fun with it. Uh, because, well, first of all, I've watched a lot of gameplay of people playing it or whatever. Not all the storylines, just Astarion. I had a phase. Okay, so I had a phase. um, I think we should play it sometime. I think we might enjoy it, especially because there's a lot of like what is it called? Like strategy kind of game play. Like the combat is very strategy based, which I think I'd be good at. I don't really like running around and like killing people in games and other things like that. I feel bad even if it's like, you know, but if it's like strategy based, it's like a little bit better in that sense, I think. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I just got here, so I'm a bit confused about what's on the screen, but I agree. Yeah. Astarion Stan. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't know if I'll have the same feelings about him if we start playing again because I feel like mm, I don't know. Maybe I'm over it. Can you imagine I'm like saying this? Maybe I'm over it. Russia is often seen as a boogeyman here in Finland, which I think is crazy. I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is, sure. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck is up with these people. I mean, I kind of do know because if you look at the history of what Europe has done, the fact that when I found out that European countries first enslaved the entirety of like the African population, right? Like there was like the chattel slavery, other things like that, but also took their resources as their own. And then when those countries decided to fight back, they made them like when they let them go from their from the enslavement, they said, now you own money to me because I let go of all the stuff that was mine, that was actually yours. And like they're serious. African countries are still paying debt for the shit that was theirs that they took and then returned it. Brother, I don't. How did this fucking happen though? Ah, I mean, okay, Lenin with a lesbian flag is an image I can't skip past. So hi everyone. Hi. Um, yeah, I mean it's just like when I found out about that, I just had to like sit down and be like, fuck. And these are the people who decide whether we have like, whether we get degrees, whether we're successful or not, whether we're good people or not, whether we're put in jail or not, are people who make those decisions. Like, everything is fucking fake, dude. Like, I swear to God, every time I find something out like this, I'm like, and those are the people in charge of deciding whether I'm a criminal or not. Like, if they, for whatever reason. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. That sounds fantastic, actually. Um, I so don't get the Astarian love train. That bear man, on the other hand, he's sweet. I think I think once again, there's a reason why a twink was more up my alley, if that makes sense. Anyway, um unrelated, but does anyone know of a free image editor similar to Photoshop on PC? GIMP. GIMP. I don't know if it's still a thing, but that's what I used as a kid. And it was like very similar to Photoshop, but it's like publicly available. Astarian gives y'all would fuck a fence if it was white. Brother. Jesus. South Africa should have been further revolutionized, and Zelensky shouldn't be compared to Nelson Mandela. Comparing him to Nelson Mandela is insane. That's so disrespectful. Are you fucking kidding me? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? They need to be shot on sight. I swear to God. Ray, you can probably pirate it, and I remember there's a guy who made a Photoshop version you can run entirely in browser for free. I've not experienced Leon yet, but he looks like I'd want to punch him affectionately. Hello? Wait, what the hell? Why? Why is that exactly? Anyway, Ray, I looked it up. It's Photopea. We are all fembi women into twinks, LMAO. Exactly. Like, actually, you know what? Also, I had a dream today where Cloud Tower from Winx looked like Tatlin Tower, so now I can't stop thinking about constructivist witches. Listen, that is such a good idea. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, actually. Learning African history makes me want to punch a wall. Literally, dude. It's sick and twisted. Sick and twisted. I'm not even... At one time in high school, someone was like... And again, I kind of got in trouble for that because like everyone was like, what the fuck do you even mean? Anyway, someone in class was like talking shit about Africa and being like the African countries, if they would have been like better at managing themselves, they would have done better, whatever. And I was like, you stole their shit. If they would have had actual control of what is actually theirs, they would be the richest countries. And everyone was like, tomato, tomato, tomato at me. Well, that's what you get when you go to school in Midwestern Canada. As a femme lesbian, I'm proudly into Bear Man. English is not my first language. I might say some silly things about Leon, especially. Girl, same. I mean, corked up when Leon is on screen. Hell yeah. Hi, Titty. We're back on that bullshit. As per usual. As per usual. Anyway. On the... the topic is Leon Kennedy. Kinda, yeah. I guess so. At this point. Hi, Moonsun. Everyone's talking about their shit. Everyone, you know, it's kind of like sitting at the family table and everyone's just like on their own shit, like just talking about something, and there's like 300 conversations going on at the same time. That's about the vibe that we've got going on here. As a Nigerian person growing up here, growing up in the UK, I got this shit constantly. People are not only never taught the true histories of colonialism, but when they are, it is either misappropriated or completely undermined for white apology. Yeah, that's the thing. Like this is exactly what we talked about with Bysistent when we went to this exhibition of this I think she was from one of the African countries. Basically, a black woman talking about imperialism. That was her art, right? And we were talking about how even the fucking introduction, the curatorial statement to the exhibition was a bunch of BS. Like, it was like, she's not trying to destroy the imperial heritage. She's just trying to adjust it and make other things visible. And it's like, can you stop with like, I'm not, you know what? Because the thing is, I don't subscribe to that bullshit, so I'm not gonna fucking get offended if an African woman tells me something like this. Like if she tells me I fucking want this imperialist shit out. I just realized I didn't fucking change the Twitch thing. Fuck. Dude. When will it end? When will I fucking remember? When will I remember? Oh my god. Omar, you reached 7 stream streak. Fuck. What am I doing? What was I doing? Oh yeah. Shit. You guys. Fuck. Damn it. It's gonna be fucking... It's gonna be in the wrong category now. I just know it. Whatever. Lion Pride. Oh my god, Empty, what are we? Lisa, have you heard of the game Habromania? This style is really cute and look interesting. No, I haven't heard about it. Let me see. Habromania. Oh, is that like Alice in Wonderland? Oh yeah, it is. Ooh. Is it new? Or something? Is that what it is? Oh, release date is to be announced. It kind of reminds me of the red goody two shoes, whatever the fuck it was. Girl, well, you get it. Tasca. Hello? Tasca Studios? Who's that? Who's that? Anyway, I was saying something and I forgot what I was saying. Oh my god, Leon does mean lion. It's fate. Listen. My lioness. The worst thing is when people from non-Western countries buy into this bullshit. Like, oh, we are so backwards. Why can't we be more like ex-Western country? I know, fuck. It's because there's so much propaganda even back home. It's so fucked. Like, it's genuinely fucked. You know how crazy it was for me to find out how based we were when we were Soviet? Genuinely, like, the fucking posters were so great. If you are from any of the African countries, go look up. Or actually, if you're from South America too, look up the posters. They literally made posters of just like dogging at Western countries for using those other countries as like their personal reserve of like things and stuff like that to extract. Me thinking we're so fucking like not progressive, moving here realizing holy fuck, I'm rubbing shoulders with a lot of like kids of Nazis, because like you thought they were fine to just keep them around. And then realizing, holy shit, all of my political views are very left, and god damn it, we used to be based. We used to be a proper country, and not in a way of like, make America great again, but we actually made laws that were for people. That's fucking crazy. Isn't that crazy? And also, like, wait, were there set topics for today? Not really. I did ask people to ask questions that they wanted answered on live, in this live in particular. Is there a category for lesbian Lenin? No. We should start it. But yeah, so there were like questions that people asked and stuff like that. There was like questions about like Cat's Eye, about David, like the Celeste Hernandez thing. But I already answered those before, so lesbian Lenin lionesses. Listen, I can get on board with that. I can get on board with that. Hasbro Mania would be so good for stream, but when is it coming out? It doesn't say on stream. Or I mean Steam, sorry. Should we do like a whole fucking marathon of Alice in Wonderland games? How about that? Come on, ladies. Should we? Anyway, I feel like doing a graphic novel, Lesbian Lenin Lionesses Lessons. Oh my god. Fuck. Yes. And also, I'm also Lisa. It starts with an L as well. I love it here. Oh my god, yes. Alice Madness returns. Wait, let me look it up. Alice Madness returns. What the heck? Interesting. Hi, Puka. Oh my god. Who's in your avatar? I thought it was Silgi for a second. Little Goody Two Shoes, right? Yes. One thing that pisses me off about the West is judging African countries going into dictatorships as if said Western countries were still trying to get their hands on African resources. And even like, listen, like, half the time it's like, is it a dictatorship or are you just not happy that you can't fucking take their gold anymore? Which one is it? Quickly. Like, I will never forgive the West for killing Patrice Lumumba, because what the fuck did he do to you? Well, he cut you off from exploiting his people. How dare he? Whatever. There are literally posters about Soviets telling black people to rise up against their oppressors. Yeah. And also people are always like, what? Like, they try to spin it into like some white savior bullshit, and it's like, brother, when the revolution happens from within, it's new life. It's just like an egg. When it happens from without, it breaks the thing. Do you understand? They were more than fucking capable themselves, by the way, but they just needed, like, what, weapons maybe? Or to have more people educated on particular matters, so they went and studied somewhere in Soviet Union. Good for them. Good for fucking them, actually. The future of Western socialism probably died with Roosevelt and Eisenhower. What the hell do they have to do with this? Just that they read it is not good enough, brother. One of my favorite books, any genre. Even though this isn't like too... I have complicated feelings about Dostoevsky, okay? But Brothers Karamazov, still a really good book. You have to read it critically, though. I do, for example, like Anna Karenina, but I like it because you can see how hateable the aristocratic class is. And I understand that for many people, they're like, I love them. Oh my God, Levin. I fucking hate Levin with my whole entire heart. That little bitch can fucking get wrecked. I really like reading things like, for example, a collection of Susan Sontag's writing. So maybe it's not like, the reason why I enjoy reading is because whenever I read, I want to feel comfy, and I usually do it before bed. So I want to like get a little bit sleepy, and I don't really like I can't really do that if there's a lot of emotions going on in the book. So I read writings on like like critiques, art history bullshit. So my go-to is just to read some Sontag or some shit, not because like I'm not like, oh my god, Susan Sontag, fucking genius, whatever. But I do enjoy her writing, that kind of stuff. As someone from Portugal, I can confirm we were raised and taught that even though there were some bad things, we actually helped those countries, which looking back is insane. Yeah, I mean, like it's crazy specifically because, again, before I found out about the way that the banks work, the way that France still collects money from African countries as if they owe them because they let them out. It's nuts. Yeah, I need to finish Cabernet. Fuck. Yeah, we still don't know when it's coming out, but I think I saw a YouTuber get early access to it. Well, why don't they have a date then if they're already giving early access to people? That's crazy. It's Eve. Oh. We need to finish Cabernet. You're right. You're right. Pocket Mirror RPG is an Alice in Wonderland inspired game that's similar to Hastumania, but it come out in the 10s. Okay. Oh my god, pet sitting training. Empty, it's okay. We'll hang out on Sunday. It's okay. That's my concern with her playing Baldur's Gate 3. It's finishing it. Elliot. Elliot, I can finish things. Elliot, actually, I can finish games. Well, Patrice Lumumba, rest in power. I know. There's a university in Moscow named after him, of international relations and politics. The egg quote, are we revolutionary girl Utena right now? I don't know that reference. I don't understand that reference. Empty. The Irish needed guns, LMAO. Yeah. Lisa, are you a fan of is it Ghibli or Ghibli? Ghibli, right? Movies, and if so, which one's your favorite? I guess I'm not really a fan of them. I mean, I enjoy them sometimes. I enjoy watching them with friends, but I never watch them on my own or anything like that. Aristocracy is now meant to keep the working class stupid. Well, it has always been. It's not. Aristocracy is not meant for anything. It's just aristocracy is a class, right? It's just the ruling class, and it wasn't. It's their goal. Let's say that way, right? Unfortunately, people are so brainwashed that they'll turn to fascism before socialism. Yeah, fucking dumbasses, for real. It was so fucking, what is it called? It worked really well, the propaganda, because Goddamn. And I think that the reason why it worked so well is because it was mostly focused on the soft power. And soft power is all the propaganda that is kind of infused into things that are really easy to absorb, things that are really entertaining to watch, to engage with. So it kind of like. Opa! My goodness. No, seriously, this little dog. I have read a lot of books in the past couple of months, and I realized that almost all of them are about weird women. God, this is beautiful. Give us a list, Katie. We want to have more weird women around. Europeans calling African people primitive because people speak different languages, as if they themselves didn't politicize different culture groups, tribes. Literally. Thinking aloud about different cultural groups were made to hate each other by the colonial government. I'll stop going off topic. It's kind of on topic though, isn't it? What remains of Edith Finch when? Fuck. I don't know, Tiva. I don't know. Okay, you know what? We'll finish. Life is Strange. We'll finish. Cabernet. And then we'll do it. Fuck. I don't know, people. Oh, community post. Okay, yeah. Oh, actually, fuck. People voted for Disco Elysium too. So we can do. Fuck. Do I have to start streaming a lot now? Fucking hell. Because we're not going to get into anything. We're not going to get through any of the games if I just keep on moving at this fucking snail speed. Damn it. Pika is such a diva. She is, dude. The Bibble Fairytopia CD-ROM game? Fuck. Dude, that sounds good. That sounds good. Would Lenin support lesbians and the LGBTQIA plus? Yeah. We were actually the ones who decriminalized homosexuality first. Then there was some other revisionist bullshit going on later. But look into the first revolutionaries too. Look at Mayakovsky, his girlfriend and her boyfriend, and them being boyfriends. The first gay kiss was in a Soviet movie, by the way. And it was actually a gay kiss, not like a fraternal kiss. That's like Slavic. You have enough gay suggestions for the next 10 years. I know. How am I going to get through? No. Fuck. No, the latest Ghibli is The Boy and the Heron, which, I almost cried in the movie theater. Damn. Lisa, Life is Strange, BTS marathon when? No list stream on Lesbian Visibility Week. What do you mean? What do you mean there was no What do you mean there was no Life is Strange streams on Lesbian Visibility Week? We did. Fuck. We did do it. What do you mean? Am I forgetting? No, I'm right. MT, what the heck? If anyone is interested about weird women books, Hurricane Girl, Big Swiss, and Sayaka Murata book, Milk Fed. I hate that name. Ooh, I hate that name. What the heck? Lisa's streamer arc is here. Dude, it's because I'm really tired of YouTube's BS. You know what? A few days ago, I looked at my analytics. My main channel keeps losing subscribers, first of all, right? But at first I was like, well, it's just, like, I've changed, the platform changed, people changed, like, it happens, whatever. But then I looked at the fucking analytics of the year, like, for the full year. And first it was the video about losers. And then second, it was video on Snow White. In that Snow White video, I called what's going on in Gaza a genocide. And my impressions, the first 2 days, the video got 10K views. And then it stopped entirely in its tracks. Like, abruptly. Just stopped being shown to people. Not even like, no, I'm not even talking about like how many times people clicked on it and stuff like that. Like, it just, the impressions of how many times just YouTube showed it to people dropped to almost zero. And then after that, my entire channel for the rest of the year, my impressions dropped 80%. And then I saw in Palestinian Network News that YouTube got money from Israel and that they have people who are flagging channels now. So basically, I lost my entire career on YouTube that I was working for 5 years or like 4 years or some shit like that, of constantly making videos every like 3 to 4 days. Because I called a genocide a genocide. Don't you love it? Fuck. Whatever. But that's why I started to stream, because at least we can like have like an honest conversation live, at least. Perhaps, yeah, like I don't get paid at all from this, but at least it's an honest conversation, not some bullshit, right? The Barbie channel uploaded some full movies on YouTube. Maybe you could do a watch along. We can do it on Patreon probably, because I don't think it's gonna allow us to do it here. It's probably gonna block us while we watch it because of copyright. Didn't the USSR recriminalize it though, LMAO? Well, yes, I told you, revisionist shit. There was a lot of revisionist shit going on. But the question was about Lenin, so I'm answering about Lenin. Mayakovsky's third wheeling, so relatable. I know, right? And also him constantly signing his letters with a little dog is so me too. Like a little puppy. MT, where were you 92? Quickly. Quickly. My God. Where were you, MT, in 92? Maya, not even in my parents' life plans. Same. I was minus 6 years from being born. YouTube hates leftists. Yeah. I mean, YouTube is... Honestly, at this point, I fucking hate it so much. I hate that, like, all platforms are owned by right-wing fuckers. Like, genuinely can't stand them. Anyway, really funny, the stream montage started when Lisa was about to talk about gay kissing as if she got censored. What the fuck? Also, wait, what the hell is a stream montage? I'm so behind on chat, but you guys were talking about Ghibli movies I loved only yesterday. This shit makes my blood boil, Lisa. It's so obvious what happened. Meanwhile, people are spewing hate freely on, spreading trash and making millions. I'm gonna burst a blood vessel. Yeah, literally, like, if you look at that week when there was, like, a lot of issues with Snow White, Gal Gadot, and Rachel Zegler, it was so fucked up because all videos that were portraying Rachel as like this hysterical woman, all like covered in tears and like, oh my god, I lost my job. Those videos were performing so well, even though they were literally using clickbait, like fake AI generated pictures of her crying and stuff like that, and it's absolute slop. Whatever. He was so smart for that lube ring or whatever that was. Getting punished for saying what we see with our own two eyes is so wild, and then they bitch and moan about China's censorship laws. The West are such hypocrites. That's the problem. Like, if at least they would have been like, yeah, we're censor shit and we're like this and that or whatever, but they're like, freedom, call, and it's like, bitch, you only give freedom to be in fucking KKK. Everything else is not allowed up in here. It's insanity. Lilia Yurievna Brick. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. That's crazy, dog. I love that. Crave, you're not gonna understand because you need to speak Russian to understand it. It's like a signature that kind of is also play on words. Empty is lost in the sauce right now. YouTube just hates women. Yeah. My favorite station of Moscow subway is named after him. It's so beautiful. Yes. Yes, bitch. My sister wants to go to Moscow and St. Petersburg so bad. Same, actually. But is... Okay, let me check Twitch. Whenever the viewership drops on Twitch, I'm like, is it normal or is it again disconnecting? I think it just dropped just for no reason, I think. I can't tell anyway, fuck. Whatever. It shocks me how many huge right-wing channels there are. Like 1 million views on every video. Oh, slop. Okay. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't know, man. I genuinely don't fucking know anymore. Let me actually cover this question real quick because I've put it up here. What can we do to culturally turn this wave of misogyny in all its forms, from songs about men being the center of everything, marriage being praised again as the romantic thing to do, surgery becoming the norm on social media, difficulties to be perceived as feminine without makeup, teenagers being completely misogynistic with each other, and teenage boys being increasingly more hateful towards girls, rape as a joke, girls' dinner, etc. Do you have any ideas how to make sexism such... Do you have any idea to make sexism such a shame in mainstream spheres through cultural means, movies, singers, YouTubers, social media, etc.? Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, we need to stop talking about like trying to fix misogyny from a perspective of helping men, because this is what I've been noticing a lot is, and whenever people talk about this issue, they consistently try to be like, well, what's happening to our poor little boys that they're like this? And it's like, it's just slave owner mentality that needs to be shock therapized out of them, to be fucking honest. You can't genuinely walk around thinking that someone is supposed to be your slave and then expect the slave in question, or the enslaved in question, to find a way to heal your broken heart to become a better person or whatever the fuck. That's just such bullshit. And this is what I consistently see from people whenever they start having this conversation. They were like, we just keep on leaving our boys behind because they're like really bad at studying or some shit. And it's like, well, the entire world is built for them and they still can't do it. what's happening is that they're profiting from it. Hope this helps. Exactly. They're profiting off of this. They're genuinely being like, this is slave owner mentality. I don't know how this can be fucking fixed without being really harsh about it and without being like, you just can't fucking do it. You're not allowed to. When people are like, well, if they're not gonna have kids, like, what are we gonna do? And die out then, first of all. Second of all, dude, I know that a lot of people are like, well, they're gonna start doing something really fucked if we're not gonna be producing the next generation or whatever the fuck. Like, they're going to do it forcefully, other things like that. Well, I suggest we also answer with violence. Because why not? At this point, mutually assured destruction is better than whatever the fuck they want us to be doing. I am not going back. I'm not stepping back even an inch. If, like, the amount of dumbasses who are stepping back, because, like, so many people genuinely do not have, like, they just kind of go with the flow most of the time. This is why having the right type of a system for the betterment of society is so important, because so many people just go with the flow. They don't actually give a flying fuck. They won't stick to one thing or another. They won't actually do anything on their own unless they're getting praised for it and pushed along in that direction. So we have to be building a society that can, encourage better and literally not allow to do some things. Like, for example, KKK should not be allowed. I don't give a fuck about personal freedoms when it comes to this. What do you mean the personal freedom to be a cunt? Like, we can just simply, I don't know, not allow it at all. How about that? Who agrees? Everybody? My lionesses? My lioness. My lioness. My lioness. Wasn't Marx against the patriarchy? Yeah. Lenin too. I mean, you can't... I'm gonna even go even further. Sorry to say to those, sexist, leftists, in quotations. I don't think you can be a leftist. I don't think you are not a socialist, nor are you a communist, nor are you in any of the ists from fucking leftists if you are a misogynist. That's just impossible. What do you mean equality for all, but not for half of the population? What the fuck are you on about? That you have to be a dumbass to be saying stupid shit like that. %, I would rather die. Exactly. This is kind of like me and my friends having a pact. If there's like a fucking zombie apocalypse or some shit like that, we are not living, we're not leaving anyone behind. We are not negotiating with men. We are all collectively killing ourselves. And we are also going to figure out a way to, like, time it somehow to maybe set the whole building on fire, so even bodies are not left behind, because we're not going to be leaving anything to be disrespected by these animals. Sorry to say, but if you are a normal man with normal thoughts, you would also understand this. Oh, you thought it was Thursday yesterday? You were waiting? No. The suffragettes didn't earn their victories by not rocking the boat or taking it lying down. I know we're commonly told about the woman who leapt in front of the king's horse, but we aren't taught. Yeah, misogynists are brain dead. Exactly. It's fucking weird, dude. It's absolutely weird as hell. Also, happy upcoming 1st of May, comrades, lionesses. Oh my god. Yes. 1st of May, ladies. And then it's gonna be May 9th, the day of finishing up the Nazis. Thank you, Grandma, for doing your job. Thank you, Grandma, for killing Nazis. Thank you, Grandma. Everything just continues to feel so bleak. Don't even. No defeatist attitudes in this household. If they push, we can push back harder, bitch. You know? They are pushing. So what I'm suggesting is we push back harder. You can't negotiate with people who have no fucking conscience. Genuinely, the patriarchy hurts everyone crowd is starting to give all lives matter. They refuse to admit women suffer under patriarchy the most. Dude, I literally today saw a news video that's kind of like an update on David and Celeste, this crime that David committed. There's so much fucking... Ew, it's so disgusting. But, girl, the fucking... Like, the comments... Someone in the comments left something along the lines of like, we need to be protecting girls better, like, or something like that, or violence needs to stop, like violence against girls needs to stop and stuff like that. And someone fucking commented back being like, everyone should be protected from violence, under a video of a girl that was essayed from the ages of 11 to 14 and brutally murdered, dismembered, etc. at the age of 14. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. I mean, it's like these people just really want me to smack them. I genuinely, like, every day I'm like, fuck. Today is the day I'm gonna be really reasonable. I mean, I'm always reasonable. I'm just like, mayhaps a little bit aggressive about it. Actually, I don't think so. I think I'm very reasonable about everything. But you know what? It's just I wake up and I'm like, I'm not gonna be angry today. Today is a day of zen. Today I'm gonna be chill. And then people do some bullshit like that and I'm like, holy fuck. It's like you can't help yourself, for the love of God. Lisa, you need a shirt that says sorry to say on it. Honestly, yeah. Yeah. Lisa used to sell LLL shirts and posters. Yes. Wait. Lesbian Lenin Lionesses? Is that the LLL? I love it. I say so many Lisa-isms now, sorry to say, as per usual, my personal fave. What in the yeah. I love to say what on the fuck of the earth is going on here. Lift up your heads, lionesses. Your mane is draping. Oh my god. Katie, you just get me. Katie. Damn. First day of May just started where I live. Oh! Yes, today is already 30th. For me, at least, right now. This rampant misogyny and racism and classism, etc., is the natural endpoint to late-stage capitalism. It's designed to end up like this, just a fucked up absolute shit world. Exactly. This is why, by the way, I forgot to end my thought. I was explaining my thoughts on it to Elliot about fascism, right? So fascism is intended to be a system that basically internalizes capitalism, right? So you have a portion of the population that has to live in slavery conditions in order for everyone else to have a better life outcome, or like better quality of life, I guess. And this is the exact same premise in capitalism, except capitalism usually exports it through globalization, right? Through sending out of the jobs that they don't want to do for a certain payment and whatever the fuck outside of the government. that they are currently in, right? So you basically create better quality of life within the country by exploiting people outside of it. It is the exact same system, just globalized. This is why it is the same, because it literally has the same principles and it requires slave labor. You have to look at what the actual system is suggesting or requiring to be put in place, right? The this is why whenever people say like, oh, they're like similar, like communism and fascism, I'm like, dude, you don't have to like communism if you don't like it. But it's nonsense to say that it's the same thing, nor that it has any similarities, really. Patriarchy hurts men the way strangling someone hurts your hands. I don't give a fuck, sorry to say. Did you hear they're doing 9th of May parade without tanks and other stuff this year for obvious reasons? Everyone wanted that for many years, so here it is, but at what cost, I guess. What is it, because it's like at war or something? Is that why they're not using it anymore? I don't know, brother. I used to get flowers from my grandma on that day because she fought both on the Eastern and the Western Front. Wait, no, the Eastern and the Southern Front, I guess, because she fought the Japanese too. She used to mix, she was like a chemist mixing bombs for blowing up concentration camps doors. Like, not doors, what is it called? The big ones. Gates. Damn it. She had a scar on her arm from a bullet and a scar on her leg from a piece of a bomb that Japanese detonated. But they were, helping free people from concentration camps that the Japanese ran. By the way, to Americans in the chat, yes, the Japanese had concentration camps for us too, and there was 27 million casualties for Soviets to compare to 6 million of Jewish people. And most of the Jewish people that they were really fond of targeting, their prime targets were the ones who were both what is it called? Both Jewish and communist, because they thought that communism was like a Jewish thing or something, which for those of them who were both, good for them. Like, good for you, brother. A lot of Jewish people were really great comrades. Too bad their sacrifices are used now as an excuse for some bullshit. Anyway, I felt defeatist today because of the Neo Geo AES console that I want to get has heavy involvement from SNK, who are owned by the Saudi royal family, and they're charging £70 for production cartridges. Fucking great. I love it here. I saw a TikTok of a girl talking about how men S8 trigger bestiality. S8 a female orangutan for years. Okay, I'm moving on because I can't. Lesbian Lenin Linus says yes. Okay, slay. Lisa also 4 L's. I keep seeing leftist men whose whole TikTok accounts are men being snarky towards women for not centering men in feminism and blaming them for men being pushed to the right. My FYP hate me. No, seriously, whenever they go like, it's because women are this and that, and that's why they're pushed to the right. Bitch, you could shove me, push me all you fucking want. I'm not going over there. Sorry to say, I'm not doing that, even if you fucking shove me. Whatever. 1st of May is a regional holiday here, and people go demonstrate. Is it the same in other countries? Depends on the country. I think that there's quite a few that do that, especially those that have some socialist histories. I think we need a snack break, lol. Yes. Go get a snack. It's the consequences of their own actions, exactly. Thank you, Grandma. Exactly. Thank you, Katerina. Katerina Ivanovna. Unrelated, but does anyone know any lip gloss that gives a really, really subtle gloss? A really, really subtle gloss? You know, a lot of glosses give a really subtle gloss. This one doesn't. This one is very glossy, as you can see. You see? It's like very, it's kind of like glass type deal. But I'd say that it's really easy to find a gloss that's just like not that glossy, to be honest. Maybe most glosses are kind of like not like this. If you are looking for something, just look up a gloss that's not too thick. A thin gloss. A thin gloss is gonna be not that glossy. Oh, so Lisa's whole family is iconic. Yeah. Yeah. We have that anti-fascist shit in us. Romance gloss is really pretty but thin. I actually got a red gloss like that for one of the packages. By the way, you guys, for one of the packages of people who want things for Fivralathon, I'm collecting things for it and whatever for the packages, and for one of them I got that red gloss. Yeah, I think so. Also, people are way more scared of tanks and other stuff right now, and they were scared before at like every parade in Moscow, at least. Okay. Pink, I do not, but when I want to be subtle, I smear a bit of the on the back of my hand and then use my finger to gently dab it on my lips. Yeah. The application is going to be more useful for that. Americans had camps too. Oh, yeah. They did. Well, who's surprised? Lisa, I guess that it was real fuck to bring up what I did when I did then, considering that it's a Japanese video game console. Sorry about that. I don't know where, what, when it comes to consoles and whatever, it's fine. I'm personally scared of fireworks even because of the drones exploding and stuff. Yeah, maybe they don't want to scare people more with tanks also. Probably. Or maybe all the tanks are used at war right now. Yeah, perchance. I really don't know. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's a day of victory over fascism. I don't think we don't really need the tanks, I guess. I'm eating sashimi right now. Come on, diva. For subtle gloss, I recommend Fui or Romand. Both are Korean brands. You guys think Fui is like subtle? Is it subtle? What the fuck? Damn. Hi, what are we talking about? Everything, girl, everything. People are asking questions and I'm answering. I'm gonna go by. Oh my god. Linus. Bye, Linus. Have a good day, Mayaness. Mayaness is crazy, dude. That's funny. There's more. There was more questions that were really interesting. Oh, let's discuss this. Today is very like again political. Holy fuck! Like what is happening? Fairy Sulgi, by the way, empty. Fairy Sulgi, yeah. How about that? How about that, people? Fairy Sulgi. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? When I say Linus, in my head, it has the same vibe, energy as calling someone comrade. For me, it's like comrade plus cunty. Like, it's like Linus. Minus. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Minus? Mayonnaise? Mayo. Mayonnaise. The fact that the US doesn't celebrate it even though it originates from them. What? Wait, what do they not celebrate? Yes, very sulky in that green dress. Is a dream as always. Wait, I gotta show you. Shogi fairy images. Diva. You guys, did you hear all of the girls from Red Velvet saying that, at least insinuating, that there's something coming from them, like collectively as a group? Did you guys hear? Did you guys hear? Mm? I feel like nothing has happened in pop culture recently other than Megan and Clay. Oh, listen, why are people so fucking annoying about Megan Thee Stallion? Why is everyone so mean to her all the time? I genuinely, every time I see it, I'm like, do they want to catch hands or something? Do they want to like scrap for real? I mean, I just cannot. Like every single time I hear anything in pop culture when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion, there's always so much like insane shit going on. Like the fact that that mofo shot her and she won in court, right? There was evidence from doctors, other shit like that, and somehow people were still talking about her as if she was lying about it. It's like people want to genuinely like just fight. Not me taking so long to fucking put that together. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised about May 1st, Aphrodite. Um, she is so gorgeous. And see titty. I can. The fact that it's literally titty, girl. It's funny. By the way, Lisa, I found Winx Club mods for Gary's mod. And now I can play Half-Life while dressed as Stella or Flora. I don't know what Half-Life is, but slay. Finally, I've been starving for a Red Velvet comeback. I mean, too, dude. I'm literally like fiending. You know what? Listen. Just like, follow me. Follow my thread here. Red Velvet. That image that went viral of those mermaids under the sea, or not mermaids, different types of underwater creatures that are from this Japanese woodcut illustration. It looks, I don't know how it was made, bitch, but it looks like it's in that style, in like Edo period or some shit like that. Full velvet comeback. That's not dark per se. Obviously, it's gonna have some dark and creepy elements, but visually, it's more light and overexposed a little bit. Sexy R&B music. How about that? Ladies. I just rewatched your RV concept ranking. I really hope they release something soon. We're starving. Literally. Sick. But you know what? Just based on like what they've said, I have a feeling that if anything's gonna get released, I think it might gonna be like in the next 6 months. I think. Hopefully the comeback is good, but K-pop has kind of been boring recently. Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it's always been a little boring. I like Red Velvet when they released Cosmic. It was boring back then. Not them, not Cosmic, but K-pop. And they didn't even like they didn't perform in the charts that high, but then the song just kept on climbing and kept on like getting more and more fans. It's crazy. It's so true. Megan has it so hard. Like, yeah, they're always on her ass. It's absolutely ridiculous for real. Meg really triggers a certain type of crowd, women haters. Yeah, constantly bothering her. In this regard, I'm very much Renee Rapp. In this regard, I'm always ready to jump somebody for Megan Thee Stallion. I don't even listen to her music. But this is a question of principle, okay? Because people are stigmatized by the most loser males ever. I don't even know who that guy is that cheated on her. Lisa, misogyny is still prevalent. It's frustrating. Yeah. No, yeah, I love Megan. Like, everybody needs to leave her alone. People hate black women, especially if they stand up for themselves. Yeah. No one touches our girl Megan Thee Stallion. Lion! You're so real. You're so real for that. Holy shit. Be right back. I gotta check Megan's astro chart. Yeah, do it. Can you check mine? And tell me what's up? I just hope RV comeback is gonna be OT5. Yeah, it's gonna be OT5, dude. For sure. You know, you should be their art director at this point. Exactly. Listen, I need an automatic 2.0 so bad. Yes, bitch. You know what? Actually, what would I give? What I wouldn't give for them to have a double title track like Automatic and Ice Cream Cake at the same time, to have the velvet and the red. Girl. But they would have to both be like red and velvet. I don't want a mix. I want an actual R&B title track. For the love of God, please. We haven't had one since Automatic. Anyway. Esther, Wendy and Yeri are not in SM right now, and it did impact other artists before. Yes, but you know what? I was skeptical. Giving me a Red Velvet comeback is like handing crack to a crackhead. Crazy. I heard New Jeans is coming back, maybe S3. Yeah, I've heard about that, but the whole company can fucking burn, honestly. It's crazy. Why did Cosmics get in my head after you mentioned Cosmic? I came across your old video about Sailor Moon and started watching it. Who's your favorite character? I love Rey. I love Sailor Mars. She's my favorite. But you know what? I like her more in the manga than in the cartoon, because I think it's a little strange that she's like boy crazy in the cartoon. I definitely want sexy mature Red Velvet for this comeback. Me too. Actually, no, wait, we had aside Automatic, we did have Bad Boy after that was fully velvet. I want something like that so bad, bitch. Like, I fucking love Meg. I think my top K-pop album of all time is Chill Kill. It was my first Reve comeback. Also my favorite vibe and visuals. Also just everything is perfect. Honestly, I love Chill Kill too. I think the song is hard to get into though. The title track, but the beginning of that song, I wish there was more portions like that, because it's just like, it makes me think of Anna Karenina and Vronsky when they stepped off the train in the snowfall. The snow is fucking blowing everywhere. It's cold as balls. She's wearing her furs. Bitch, it just sounds like it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, next stream, live chat readings. Next stream, live chart readings. Sorry, I was like live chat readings. What am I doing right now? Anyway, I know this is such a bizarre question, but does anyone know who Jeremy Fragrance is? Yes. Yes, this girl knows. Hi, Linus. Oh my God, Spader! Katie, I've only heard. I know who he is. You can tell me, Katie. If you want to update the chat on anything, if you want to update the court, the Lioness's court, you can do it. We need music that sounds like they should be wearing suits in the music video. Yes, fuck. We need music that necessitates black, somewhat see-through hosiery to be worn in the music video. Please. I mean, fuck. Ooh. Anyway, check it out. Megan has strong 8th house, like her Jupiter fortune is in the house of death and rebirth, and her Saturn is in the France area. Maybe that's why people treat her that bad. Listen, you have to look at my chart, simply put. You have to. He's mostly known on Tumblr, I believe. Lisa, look up Half-Life and Gary's mod. Okay, remind me later because I'm behind on the chat. She's an Aquarius like Hugh and with Fire Moon too. Fuck. Am I destined to constantly be fighting with people too? I mean, I am. Sure. But fuck. Like, it's exhausting. Like, why is everyone like that? They didn't even like Clay in the beginning of their relationship. They were calling him corny, but now they're absolutely glazing the fuck out of him. He should be shot. Oh. Maybe not. Who said that? Who said that? Empty, okay, fair enough. I've seen some of the insane videos he makes and they made me feel as if someone hit me with a brick. Listen, Katie, there's so much lore. There's so much Jeremy Fragrance lore. He just says shit. There was like one video where he was like, I'm not gay, but there was a period where I was gay. And you're like, right. Fuck. Whatever. Someone mentioned Megan being an orphan and how she has no immediate family to talk to about this, and it made me sad. She's an orphan? What the heck? Cosmic was so ethereal and haunting. The bridge made me bawl. Literally so unsettled and gorgeous. I know. God, the fucking bridge in Cosmic makes me think of everyone I loved who's dead. Not to be not to be morbid. Fuck. Well, my favorite Red Velvet album will always be Russian Roulette and Reve Festival 2022. Which songs? Simply. Quickly. He just haunts me, Linus Lisa. Oh my god. Linus Katie, I hope for the best. I hope that he's not going to materialize anywhere near you at any point. Also, while we're on the same topic, I hope Taeyong leaves. I hope too, but you know what I noticed? That all the artists that do leave SM, they do have worse comebacks after. I think maybe I don't know. Who said that? We need a stream of an in-depth chart reading. Exactly. But how are we gonna do that? Because I can't read it. Would someone have to write it down for me to read it during the live? Would it have to be a call-in situation? I don't know. I saw someone say the Klay Thompson looks like PBS logo. Right. I think her mom and dad died around the same time period. Yeah, her grandma also passed around the same time. What the fuck happened? Jeremy Fragrance deep dive. You know what? I'm afraid of doing that because I feel like he's gonna like that way too much. and he's like scaring me. Okay, no, her dad when she was young and her mom in 2019. Okay, wait, Some Love. Oh my god, Some Love is so good. My Dear. Okay. The title, Feel My Rhythm. Oh, Feel My Rhythm, Bamboleo, Rainbow Halo. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I love? I absolutely love Really Bad Boy EP. I don't really listen to Really Bad Boy on its own that much because I don't really give a fuck that much about like that song is just like not like it's pretty good. I like it, but the rest of that EP fucking stellar, so good it's sickening. I listened to In My Dreams of RV when I dated a straight girl. When you dated a straight girl. Huh? Huh? What the hell does that mean, dog? Okay, whatever. Um, how do you date a straight girl? Exactly, Puka. I was like, what the fuck do you mean, dog? Post the chart on your post section and then gather the comments and read it. Oh my god, you're so right. Holy fuck, okay. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. Should I post it on my main channel or this channel that I'll stream on? Probably the stream one, right? Anyway, yes, I have someone who writes up a chart analysis for you to read live. I don't know shit about astrology, so someone else gotta do it. Oh, okay, that's fun. Gotta go buy Linus's. Oh my god, empty. My dog-in-law awaits you. Dog-in-law is so cute. Have a good time with the dog. Um, Cosmic makes me think of my doomed Yuri relationship with an old friend, but in a good way. Yeah. Not me being like, Cosmic makes me think of all the people I loved who are dead. And everyone's like, I love to think about people that I dated. Well, Really Bad Boy, So You. Sassy Me is Lisa in the song form. Literally! And also Taste and Butterflies. Butterflies is not very me, but do I love it because the production... yes. Yeah. Also, So Good. Dude, So Good is from that EP. So Good is so good. You can't tell me shit. Just saying. I don't think I have a favorite Red Velvet album because honestly, their work is always so like full and detailed that even if I don't love something, like it's not up my alley, it still hits and it's still something that enriches my life. Does that make sense? Kingdom Come and I Just Hit Different. That album was perfect. Oh my god, yes. Fucking yes. Also, I absolutely love the repackage, Bad Boy, the photo shoot that they did, and the design of the photo book. The shape of it, how tiny it is, all of that, not great. But the photos and the design, like graphic design in it, just so interesting, so well done, so perfect. I fucking love it, for real. It just fucking hits. Like, what am I supposed to say? Not this straight girl. Seriously, what do you mean you dated a straight girl? What does that even make? Like, how is that supposed to even work? RBB is my favorite RV project, like Butterfly, so good, taste, just perfection after perfection after perfection. Exactly. And also that fucking cover, the album cover of that, them sitting in the mouth of that fucking wolf or whatever. Fuck, it's so good. It's so good. It's sick. Red Velvet are just perfect for doomed Yuri, I guess. Ciao. Ah, what you're talking to empty. Taste by RV is so good. One of their best R&B songs. Literally. Yeah. Look is genuinely peak. Red Velvet is so crazy. Yeah. I can't choose a favorite album. Yeah. My favorite RV album is The Red. It's a perfect first album, IMO. It's also so... Yeah, it's all good. Time Slip. Time Slip. Time Slip. Anyone? Time Slip, anyone? Do you have any other artists or groups that you are obsessed with? I guess not. I mean, like, I have a lot of, like, there's a lot of music I listen to. Can you hear that? Anyway, um, honestly, the reason I love Cosmic so much is because when I started listening to it, I was mad suicidal. But it was still carrying me through all throughout. Yeah. Happy May Day. May Day. But also, it's just that gorgeous of a song that's kind of like life affirming. Do you know what I mean? What is that background noise, girl? Exactly. What the fuck is it? It's someone literally playing hard bass. Hard bass. um I need to go and practice piano, but I will keep the stream in the background. Okay, Omar. It makes me sad that it's going to get hot soon. I know, me too. I'm like not ready. I don't have an AC or anything, so I'm gonna get so like this is gonna be horrible for real. The Red is peak nostalgic K-pop. I know, right? Just sickening. I'll forever be in SM's step in SM's debt for the greatness they graced us. Sorry to say. I know. The music, bam, 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 bam. It's literally like, I don't know. I think it's like some teenagers just like going nuts. Cosmic is hopecore, even though the music video is creepy as fuck. You know, yeah. But even the video is not that creepy. It's just like they just want him to stick around for longer. You know? Spring is an underrated season. I agree, but also the worse climate change gets, the less spring we're gonna get. Like, did you notice that spring is like 1 week now? Yeah. Titty real as fuck. Listen. I don't know if it's ever gonna stop being funny, honestly. Everyone calling you titty. I just can't say goodnight. That part, so good. Like, it's sick. Well, the Midsommar references. Yeah. Yeah. You know, every Red Velvet music video, it simply has to have a little bit of that something something, you know, like just a bit of horror, just a smidge. Cosmic is so bittersweet to me. Makes me think of the family and friends who's left me in some way, and that I'd do anything to spend time with again. Exactly. That's why it feels like a song for the loved ones who died, kind of thing, because it's also like it's love that's cosmic, we'll meet again, that kind of thing. It's romantic as shit, you guys. Yeah, it's a little creepy. Yeah, the dresses on the trees, yeah, they look like people were hung there. Sure, fuck, but is it a gorgeous visual? Yeah. No, what am I supposed to do? Is Midsummer even a thing in Canada? Brother, I don't know. Because the thing is, we are kind of... We're colonizers. So there's a ton of people for whom midsummer is a thing and for whom it is not. So Lisa, sing for us. Cosmic titty is crazy. I low-key hate the midsummer references, like it feels so on the nose. Actually, you know what? I think they did well on that because they didn't go too far with midsummer. They're referencing the actual, like, even though they're referencing the movie, it feels more like a reference to the actual holiday than to the movie because they don't. And also because the concept is changed so because the concept is changed so much. Instead of it being like rituals, to like recruit people or something like that, it's kind of like trying to get sun to stick around and not to go down. So the person who's there because of this, it's like the story is basically like because of the spell, the person is there, but then if the sun goes down, they're going to leave. So they're basically doing a bunch of spells or whatever the fuck just to keep that person there longer. Saying and we guess which song it is. Carl. It makes me feel like I'm falling from the stars. I know, same. Besides the doomed Yuri, I cannot bring into words how much I'd give to spend a little more time with the people I've lost. Yeah. Cosmic titties sounds like a drink? How's Persistent doing? She's doing well, just a lot of work. Gonna see her soon in like a week. Gonna bother her. We're gonna work together on some things. We have a photo shoot booked. Gonna get paid. Not a lot, but still. Well, I guess it's good for a photo shoot, but still. Isn't Midsommar just campless? The Wicker Man? I don't know what the fuck that is. Also, Lisa, I'm curious what film genres you prefer. I know you talk a lot about fantasy, but anything else? I don't think I have a genre preference. I think I like art movies, like art adjacent movies. That's why, for example, I really like Tarkovsky, even though it's not like an like an entertaining movie per se. For example, like Solaris is my favorite movie, but it's not like an easy movie to watch per se. However, if you're like me and you're just like you can watch anything as long as it like has that atmosphere and it has a really strong visual art aspect, then you're gonna enjoy it. What are we watching this Saturday? We're gonna watch Omar's short, which is only 15 minutes or so, and then I think that I'm going to maybe discuss a couple of ideas that I picked up from some of the art, from some of the academic articles that I've read recently. I was gonna do something like give a text, but then I realized that all the texts that I had, like they're a bit too long, while at the same time not being kind of applicable to a lot of things. So I'm on my way to the dog. Felt like I could stay on stream. Omar's directorial debut. Exactly. Are you going to watch The Devil Wears Prada too? Maybe. If someone forces me. Because the thing is, I don't mind it. I just don't watch things that often outside of things that I have to watch for work, because unfortunately I work a lot, and honestly I wish I didn't have to, but I do have to. So I watch a shit ton of shows and I rewatch them a lot to write notes and then to write scripts on them and other things like that. So I don't actually watch a lot of things that I watch just for entertainment value. I can't remember the last thing. Maybe Bound. Bound was the last movie I watched that was for entertainment only. Bye, Titty. I used to work as a model and some gigs paid nothing, others around 350 500 euro range, I think. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, that's usually what it is. I mean, depends on like if you work for a company as like their in-house stylist or photographer and whatever, you have a good salary. Gigs really depends on the company, really depends on your relationship with the company, other things like that. It's really not stable. Yeah, we just talked about the fact that we're gonna watch your movie, Omar. Should watch Andor. Okay. Did you watch the new Superman? I kind of liked it, but I felt like it was super overhyped. No, I don't think I watched it. Have I? No. Genuinely, people just kind of have to like force me to watch things because yeah. Do you like ambient music? If so, you'd probably like the OST of Mirror's Edge. Do I like ambient music? Not really. I mean, I guess I don't mind it. But I don't go out of my way to listen to it either. I think, actually, you know what? Suspiria 1977, really good soundtrack. Yeah, really good soundtrack. Really weird. Kind of funny a little bit. Just because it goes like, witch. And it's like kind of stupid, but it's pretty good. Superheroes are overhyped in my humble opinion. Yeah, same. The summary of the movie, of Omar's movie, is a personal exploration on sadness and learning to move along and live with the pain in a horror format. Yes. Lately, I like seeing people on TikTok making Tamagotchi Euphoria characters. I love seeing people. You know what? One design cracked me up so hard. It was someone created Curtis Connor in their Tomodachi, but they made him wear that outfit from, I don't remember which video it was, but he was like wearing his merch that wasn't his merch, like basically someone who like sells Curtis Connor merch that isn't actually made by him, and it's like just his face a million times on like a skirt or something. And they made that look. They made him wear that. But yeah, it would mean the world for people to show up. Yeah, it's gonna be on Patreon. It's gonna be available for people to see, to watch with us. If you come during the live, which is on Saturday at 11 PSC, the same time as we are usually live here, but it's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be on Patreon, but it's going to be like, if you're live, it's going to be free. So even if you're not subscribed to Patreon, you can come watch the movie with us anyway and chat. It's going to be private, and not private, but for Patreon users and Patreon subscribers when it's going to be posted later. But when we're going to be watching it live, you can come and hang out regardless. It was done by the same group who did the music for Dario Argento's Italian cut of Dawn of the Dead 2 LMAO. Yes, the Goblin group. Is the Saturday stream Patreon thing or YouTube Patreon? Patreon. Well, I'm gonna go edit. Have to edit the Suspiria video. It is going to be probably at like 40 minutes or something like that for the main channel. Um, I think it's a pretty good analysis, actually. I found some interesting info that no one else discussed before in any of the analysis of Suspiria that I've seen, at least, including academic papers. I don't know if I'm gonna make a pod episode on it because I already filmed a video for the main channel, but then we will talk about something else. I think one of the artists that is referenced in the artworks in Suspiria, I think we're going to talk about him in the podcast. I think. I don't know, girl. I wouldn't say, like, if the whole point of the movie is to be gory, I don't like it. But if gore happens, but the movie itself is really good, I'll get through it just so I can see the movie. Do you know what I mean? I need a live action adaptation for which, like, Fate could have worked better. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I wonder what Lisa thinks about this substance, but I know we end in stream. I have a podcast episode with my assistant where we discuss the substance. I believe it's season 3 of the podcast. Speaking of commentator YouTube, did anyone see the video of Duthie about the commentary community on YouTube? Duthie had said that there were YouTube commentators that took offense to the critique and talked bad about them on their private group chat. What the fuck? Tammy, tell us more. I've seen it recommended to me. I haven't watched it. Is Duthie big? I've never heard of them. But I'm not surprised. I don't watch many things nowadays. I haven't seen this movie you're referencing. Should I? How do you access the Patreon live as a non-Patreon user? You just go to my Patreon, right? When the live is happening, it's gonna show that you can, like, join. It's gonna look like a post, I believe, just on the main page. I just got an ad for the Emperor K-pop group. What the fuck? Duthie made similar points to you about the deep dive stuff. How do you access... Oh, wait. I already... No, she's new. Okay. A lot of commentary channels are basically React slop. It was such a mild critique too. Yeah. Of course it was. Did she said... I saw that it was said that it was a re-upload. On the video that was recommended to me, it said, like, oh, like... commentary YouTube, whatever the fuck, and in the brackets it said re-upload. Why was it re-uploaded? Lisa, if you're a leftist, you might like that movie I mentioned. Okay, I'll watch it. Duthie is good. Their videos are trying to combat their rampant anti-intellectualism. I'm just a girl. It's not that deep epidemic that's making everyone dumb as shit. Good. Can't have a full stream without Emperor. Good call, Lisa. Fuck. It wasn't me who played that ad. What the heck? They told her to take it down? She felt scared because someone told her bigger reaction channels were upset with the video when it only had 3,000 views. I haven't seen that video, but I have definitely experienced that phenomenon. You experienced that phenomenon? How? Apparently there was a group chat with some commentary channels shit talking her. Did she address that in the re-upload? Is that how you guys know? The fuck? They didn't directly tell her to take it down. So how did she find out then? It was recommended to me. The critique wasn't even that bad. I also saw the re-upload. I think it was just adding that YouTube commentators had talked about her in the private group chat. Hopachka, don't cry. Don't cry, baby. You don't have to cry. Commentary channels is kind of a boys' club, so that isn't surprising to BH. Well, yeah. Also, I mean, yeah. The woman was too stunned to speak, exactly. Misogyny is such a rampant effect in commentary. Why won't she just say who asked her to take it down? I mean, wait, how did she even find out about it then? If they didn't say it to her directly, did they do the defamation shit that Masha did to me? Pika, you're so tiny. And Yanni. Yeah. Someone needs to tell me. Wait. You can keep telling me, but I'm gonna. One second. Let me get my Pika. I got my Pika here. She doesn't name names, but someone who knew the bigger YouTubers warned her. I think they knew them having big audiences would intimidate her. What the fuck? How does she even know? I don't know anybody who's like close to any of those big guys. The point she made about them reacting to the AI slop that is Fruit Love Island was a valid point. Yeah. Hope it wasn't Marsha P. Johnson guy. Well, Lisa, Bysistent, and Pika as the Tricks cosplay when. Oh my god, you're so correct. We should do that, my little baby. Your back is very hot. Why is your back so hot? My little one, my little baby. My day is complete. Yes. Pika hurt Empreg and came back. Yeah. What is it? You can't cry. And then when I pick you up, try to get away from me. Oh my god, wait. I did get recommended that video through Hype. I have to watch it for sure. She should have said who was in that chat at this point. Why not? Someone from the big commentary group chat let her know privately. Some people are saying it's chat who warned her. Okay, and why is that important? But why would she What would they do? Why did she have to adjust it? What could they possibly do? Like, she said she learned about commentary YouTubers sharing her video in a group chat and got upset about it. She got upset about it? Why is she upset about it? Let them see it. They should know. Which Tricks is Pika? I don't know. Because Stormy, Persistent as Darcy and Lisa as Icy, maybe. I initially had no clue Whether the video was just commentary, react, slop, but I'll definitely check it out. Very curious. Yeah, me too. I've seen it and I kind of had like a feeling that, I don't know, I thought it was going to be basically what I've said about deep dives and basically what I've said about commentary before. So I didn't really care to watch it, but no, she got upset. The YouTube, not, no, okay, the YouTubers were upset. Why were they fucking upset? Just 3,000 views and they were already bitching about it? Those little hoes. Fucking shaking in their boots because someone made a video just being like, maybe you need to put in more effort instead of just raking in shit ton of money for doing nothing. Damn. Most of the channels she mentioned run in the same group, so I'm pretty sure it's that whole group. They probably said something about getting legal or something that's probably what scared her off. Did she delete parts about those same YouTubers that she used that she removed from the thumbnail? But someone she collaborated with apparently told her it might upset some big creators, so she took it down because she was scared. How old is she? Literally, like, why are you whining about it? If you're making slop, just make fucking slop and shut up about it. What do you want on top of that? You want to be fucking crowned the academic queen of the interwebs for doing your literally like the most bare minimum? And they get paid crazy amounts for it, by the way. I just don't get it. There's people who legit luck out and get everything and they're still insecure like this. It doesn't make sense to me. It felt like it, but she didn't say. There must be people who've seen both versions of the video. So I wonder if she deleted something, because why? Just keep it. They can't. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Lovely Lionesses. You're going? Yeah, I gotta go too soon. It is what you already said, and she def lacks Marxist reading because she gives a very business major definition of commodity, but she made some points. Okay. Bye, Katie. It could always just be Noah Samson because apparently he still has some bad anger issues. I don't know who that is. I think people have hard time admitting to their own shortcomings. Like, dude, take some responsibility. Pika, what are you doing? What are you doing, my little baby? What are you doing? Huh? Oi, oi. I see someone be like, my analysis. There is a ghost. This means someone died, probably. That's the analysis. Like, bitch, be for real. True. No, it's bad, dude. And the fact of the matter is, like, whenever I put a lot of, well, I always put a lot of effort into my, like, main channel videos and whatever. And then they, like, my Buffy deep dive stuck at 10K. Months of work. And then I see someone doing, like, the most just slopalicious video, and I'm like, damn. Well, I could have paid my bills, though, if I was doing slop. So, Jarvis Johnson basically does reaction videos, so it would be insane if he was upset at the video. Bigger creators understand that most people don't understand the legality of things. So, yeah, okay, they see legal stuff and get scared off. Well, I don't know who Noam Samson is. I just don't know who that is. To be honest. Noah isn't involved. He's completely pivoted his content towards talking about the genocide. I don't even think he even runs in those groups. Right, Delicious? Right? Of course. Of course, Delicious, Pika. Of course. What is this? Is your ear okay here? Your ear is okay here? Okay. Okay. Yeah, but you know what? Even if you can't afford a lawyer, you can find some pro bono representation. So don't give up, ladies. Noah was a commentary channel and commented on people like Sneeko, but he's pivoted to talking about the genocide in Palestine. Okay. Alright. Noah, the only good bread tuber, and Sean. I don't know who Sean is either. DBH. Sorry. Well, Waverly's Valtor is crazy. Maybe Pika should be Valtor. Anyway. if they wouldn't have complained about the video, it wouldn't have blown up. Exactly. But again, if Curtis, for example, is still in the thumbnail, I guess he wasn't the one who complained. But then isn't that not fair? Because you removed those that complained, but you left those that didn't, that actually acted normal. Isn't that a little strange? I miss Waverly too. Soon. We're gonna end it now, I think. Because I need to Barbara Streisand effect that episode that Masha took down in Canada. It's available everywhere else. If you're not Canadian, you can still see it, but if you're Canadian, it's not there. I need to Barbara Streisand up that bitch. Can we do positivity corner? Yes, Corkner. Everything's great. I am a little bit too tired to be looking for something, but Maya, everything's chill. The fuck? Also, Pika keeps on like making little hog noises, like. Am I gonna do a fashion prediction for 2027? No. I have no predictions for fashion anymore, I don't think. I don't know. You can ask me about some trends if you want to, but I don't think I want to be making trend videos. Which is also, see, it's bad for my money. But... Hi. You're breathing like really heavy, huh? Again? Again, my little one? Okay, come off. Come off. My little one. Come on. Oh my god, dude. I'm covered in her hair. Jesus. You love the layout? Thank you. I'm cracking up at Lisa trying to be positive. I am positive. What? What the heck? Yes, Waverly the Frog Queen. I miss Waverly. She's forgotten about us. No down that I suggest regarding me playing 7 co-op, Half-Life, and Gmod. Whew, okay. Maya, everything's chill, the fuck. Okay, you guys. It's time we wrap it up. Hopefully you have a good time of day, whichever time of day it is for you right now. Let me know. I don't know. Should we stream more? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go edit. Fuck. Really glad that I edit a bit less now, but still. Anyway. Diva's going to be 90 by the time she finishes all these games. Fuck. You're right. Like, what am I supposed to say? Damn. Underrated moments in Wings Club season 1 and 2. I do want to make one for season 3, but again, everything started to just like not perform at all. It's so annoying. I don't know what's going on. Anyway. I have, but I might forget because I'm like this, honestly. Bye, everybody. Lisa enter streamer era. Fuck YouTube for real. No, I'm thinking so too. But again, right now there's like what 2 people on Twitch. Yeah. Ooh. Doesn't look good. Anyway. I'll be streaming from a nursing home regardless. Hey. Anyway. Bye, divas. I'll try and stream more. We'll decide on another day that we're gonna do more often. And yeah.